Feroz. We have some news, people. We have some news. You
Our
can hear me.
boy,
You
our
can hear me,
boy
right?
Money Mace.
You can hear me, right?
Yep,
Mason Mount is going to be leaving Feroz. How do you feel?
I'm gonna throw up, bro. I'm gonna throw up. But you know what, man? This is so weird because I love Mount for many reasons, and him leaving hurts a lot. And if there's any club I would have wanted him to go to, it would have been Bayern Munich or somewhere abroad. However, as much as I despise United, as much as I cannot stand United, I'd rather go like he goes to United than Arsenal. And then maybe even Liverpool, just because I think he'll shine more in Liverpool.
So, do you think you'll do well at United?
I think he'll do good, better than Mata, better than Matic. I think because bro, he's still like yet to hit his like peak, right? In terms of his age and stuff, and obviously people will be saying he can be another Deli Ali, another Jesse Lingard, but I really think that he won't do as well as he would have if he would have joined Liverpool or Arsenal because they're superior teams. How do you feel about this? Okay, Sadiq, how do you feel about this?
I didn't even realize I got disconnected. What the hell is going on? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I
Oh,
thought that was
no.
Carlito for a second. Did you change your mic? I mean, did you change your camera?
Something happened, man. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. I said, how do you feel
Yeah.
about this whole situation?
I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I thought he would stay here forever, you know?
Same. Like I was arguing with your favorite person the other day, Johnny Minerals,
Yeah.
and I was telling him Reese should be captain, and he's like, no, it should be Money Mace. It should be Money Mace. I saw a tweet today. Don't get me wrong, I love Mason Man. But I saw a tweet today saying, no wonder they call him Money Mace.
Oh, snap. I just
I
clocked that.
was like, oh damn.
Guys, everyone in the comments, man, let us know what you think about Mason Mount leaving Chelsea. We have more news that he is pushing for that move, boy. He doesn't want to stay at Chelsea. There was little hope from Damon Onstand saying that maybe Poch can convince him to change his mind, but it's very likely that he will leave. Someone else tuned in, man, like the video as well. Whether you like Mason Mount, whether you are happy Mason Mount will go, or whether you know anything Mount related, just like the video, people.
But you know, Sadiq, it's weird. Like today I was thinking about my starting 11 for next season.
Mm.
The only way Mace starts for me is I know I keep contradicting myself, but the only way Mace starts for me is if he plays in the number 6 role. But if we do sign actual players who play the number 6 role and the number 8 role, then like where does he play? Because left wing, it's going to be Mudrik or other superstars that we can potentially sign, and then right wing obviously Madueke, and then Raheem.
By the way, Madueke, you need to speak about him for
I
what
love
is
him. I love him.
what?
I said I love Madueke, Nani Madueke.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Sorry, I meant Mudrik. I don't know if you've seen what's been happening.
Bro, you know it's crazy because I know the trainer. I know his trainer, right? And I have a question for the chat as well. Is everyone trolling when they're saying that's Tony Mount?
Oh, I was just talking about him just being a bit silly filming.
No, that's the thing. No, the person who he was filming it wasn't Tony Mount.
I'm sure it wasn't Tony Mount.
Okay, because there were a lot of people saying that, and I was like, okay. And apparently, it's like from what I heard, it's a guy he knows really well. So it could be Tony Mount, it could be somewhere. So it's not like a random gym. It's like a private gym with a personal trainer and stuff. So like this thing has been blown out of proportion. Don't get me wrong, Modric has not done the best things in social media the past 6 months. Obviously, he's gotten stick with like certain songs that he used to sing when he was in Shakhtar and all, but it's just blown way out of proportion. This whole thing. But yeah, going back to topic, like right wing Raheem Sterling if he stays, and then obviously Nani. So I don't know where he would play Mace. So it's really, but then again, I really would have liked if he stayed and not go to a rival.
I think if you went, oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I think if he went to Arsenal,
Yeah.
he would suit that left-sided midfield number 8 type of role, run into the box. You know, I can see him doing that. I think at Chelsea we won't get the best out of him. But I'm a bit surprised. I think obviously that's why he's deactivated his social media, he's deleted Twitter. Because obviously we're preparing for this move. It's sad. It's sad. Especially one of the tweets I want to see. Do you want to show one of the tweets?
Do you see the comment, by the way?
What, Hashim?
Yeah.
Let's read it. Bro, I know the full story. Apparently, he loves Chelsea so much. It was originally his only choice to stay at Chelsea. However, the owners have peed him off so much, he has no other choice. He doesn't even want to go to Arsenal, Liverpool, United as much. He really decided to stay at Chelsea. He would have been back up at Arsenal.
Do you think there's a possibility, by the way, regarding Ornstein, regarding Fabrizio Romano, regarding I love you too, regarding all these people, do you think there's a possibility that he, like, don't get me wrong, I trust all these guys. I trust Ornstein, I trust Fabrizio, I trust Di Marzio. I'm just saying, do you think it's a possibility that he's going to a level where he's adamant that he's leaving, even telling all these reporters, all these journalists, like, hey, I am leaving 100, big up Wayne, I am leaving 100%, and playing the scariest poker game to a point where because here's the thing, Sadiq, no, I know, right now I'm clutching straws, don't get me wrong, but if there's one thing we have seen the past 12 months is these owners, when they're desperate to get something done, right? Don't get me wrong. As I said, as much as I love the Enzo deal, under the new ownership, under the old ownership, that wouldn't have happened. Under the new ownership, Haaland would have been a Chelsea player because we would have paid that crazy 200 million sum of money, and including the agent's fee and all. It would have happened. But what I'm trying to say is that you think it's a possibility where he is going to a level where he's really close to going to United, Arsenal, but he is saying, man, maybe these new owners will be desperate at the end and go like, you know what, let's just pay him whatever crazy amount of money. Not that he's asking for that money, but pay him an extra like figure just to keep him. That's a possibility, right? Or am I just clutching straws, being too optimistic?
You're clutching straws, bro, because they made it very clear.
Can't hear you. No audio.
Don't lie.
All right, until Sadiq sorts this mess.
Really?
This technical difficulty. Let's see what the chat is saying. John Eden, he handed a transfer request. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're not signing the new contract, technically you're asking to be sold in the future.
What about now?
Like the club will cash in 12 months. Come on, we won't do what Dortmund did. No, I cannot hear you, bro. So I still don't think the club will do what Dortmund did with Lewandowski, as much as I like that. If it was up to me, I'd be like, sure, stay another 12 months, try to convince him. And then if he does move, he moves. It's by his choice, but we did everything we can to make him stay, right?
Yo, you can't hear me.
So that's how I feel about this whole situation. But obviously, I said this yesterday or day before, how it's just like a bad luck in terms of, you know, us messing up these contracts with certain players, right? It's the third time.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I can't hear you, bro. Wait, is it my speaker?
No, you can hear me now, man. You can hear me.
Hold on.
But Alfred, I like you could hear me before. It was his
Oh,
speaker, innit?
I think it's my speaker. Oh my god.
Flipping, no, you make me go like I'm crazy or
Apologies.
something.
Let me fix this. Hold on.
Guys, everyone, man, like the video, support the channel as always. Let me know your thoughts on Mason Mount, people. Patrick, that's the guy I wanted to hear. Patrick Bateman, brown envelope settings. Let us know what you're thinking. Mason Mount, moving to Manchester United. Will you support Manchester United? If you went to Arsenal, will you support Arsenal? Will you follow Minerals FC out of the door? Let us know, people. Let us know your thoughts on Mason Mount, people. That's what we want to hear.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was my speaker.
It was you, yeah?
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
Hang on, let me test it. Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's so embarrassing. I'm like, wait, why is your new camera not working?
This guy, man.
All right. Mania offered him mega wages. I mean, he probably deserves those wages, though. You know.
Are you joking or?
No, I mean, if I'm Mason Mount and I'm seeing what some players are making in the Premier League or in football, and this is going to be like I guess in a weird way, it could be his last big contract, then obviously I would want a decent amount of money, seeing the likes of Koulibaly, Sterling.
Move to your left. So we
My
can.
left or my right?
Yeah, other way. Yeah. Now
Or
look
just
at the
put my
photo.
camera.
Look at the photo. Look at the photo. You're not gonna have this photo ever again. Like you're not gonna live this again. You're not gonna see this again. You're not gonna meet him, bro.
What are you saying, bro?
You're not gonna ever see him again.
I'll see him.
Does he even remember you?
We talked, but it wasn't like proper, like it wasn't like a conversation I have with like JT or Reese, right? Those guys are my boys. No, because here's the thing. Double E. I'm gonna call you Double E. If I am the player, if I'm not a Chelsea supporter right now, if I'm Mason Mount, and I'm seeing the likes of Raheem Sterling and all these other players make so much money at the current club I'm at, and then at United, how much they were paying Mata and what Hazard is doing at Real Madrid and Gareth Bale, like in terms of security, you deserve that much money, at least the 200K mark, 250. Like nowadays, that's just how it is, right? Nowadays, 250K is like last decade's like 100K, pretty much. So even though if he doesn't start for us, I'm just saying in general, like all these players, the amount of money they're making, it's ridiculous. So he deserves it because let's not forget, 2 seasons ago he was like 19th in the Ballon d'Or rankings, right?
I can't believe he's going.
I know, same.
He's done, guys. He's finished. He's done, man.
It's your fault, bro.
Me.
Yep, it's your fault, bro. You never rated him.
I rate him so much that I support Johnny Minerals for a year, man.
I love Johnny, bro. Johnny's a misunderstood person, I think.
Why?
I feel like he doesn't word stuff correctly, but his intentions are right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but he talks about brown envelopes.
It got so awkward when I was on his stream, and then he talked about Alex and everyone else, and I'm like, bro, don't get me involved in this.
I'm surprised that others still talk to you when you co-signed it. Anyway, a few wrong-uns would celebrate his departure. This is Johnny's son, by the way. Supports him a lot. Like, he uses his words. How much are we actually getting for him?
Sorry, what?
How much are we getting for him?
Probably 80, 75, 80. If it goes to
No.
United, but if he goes to Bayern, then it'll be 60. If he goes to
Where are you getting
United,
the money from? What are you talking about? You're only getting like 55 million.
bro, check what Fabrizio said, bro. You didn't see.
What do you say?
He said Chelsea asking 80 million.
You're joking.
I am being dead serious. The chat can
That
prove it.
means Chelsea might keep him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's staying, guys.
Stop going back and forth, bro.
No, if Chelsea want 80
See,
million,
look, Chelsea won
he's
80
not
million.
leaving. He's not leaving then.
Bro, you don't think United have 80 million, bro?
But they're not spending 80 million on Mason.
Bro, if you see, I'm not talking about the Twitter fans, but if you see proper Manchester United supporters like on Red Cafe and all these other like platforms, like the season ticket holders, they're really excited by this link. They're posting his Ballon.
You're
That's the
joking.
thing. The whole thing about me saying Ballon d'Or 19. They're posting about that. The fact that he scored or assisted in every like final, semi-final, quarterfinal, round of 16, like that record. And if you go by his like minutes to goal assist ratio, it's really good. This season he's been injured a lot, but if you put all the bias aside, he's a really good player. And for like a Premier League proven player, an English player to join United, it's going to be exciting for them, right?
80 million, and you're telling me
80 million
United-
today's market, bro. If Cucurella is going for 60 million, Mason Mount for 80 million to a direct rival is not bad at all, bro. 80 million is not 3-4 seasons, 80 million, bro. 80 million is nothing now. Like if you compare it to the overall market, if Rafinha can go for 90 million, if Anthony can go for like 90 million, if Modric can go for 90 million, if Lukaku can go for 100 million, I'm not going to say Grealish because I actually read Grealish, but I'm saying in terms of these numbers, like it's really fair. I get it. He has 1 year left, sure, but the fact that you're selling to a direct rival, it makes sense.
I don't even think Mason Mount starts at United.
He will, bro. Obviously, if he joins them, Sancho is like gone pretty much, right? Or he doesn't play, or
Swap deal, Sancho.
bro. It's funny how like when I used to say, Hudson-Odoi is better than Sancho. Hudson-Odoi is better than Sancho. Now both of them are so like average. But with Cho, I'll give him the whole injury thing. Whereas Sancho, it's more mental health, right? Like so.
Bro, Mason Mount's actually going.
Money Mace.
I didn't think he would leave. Honestly, I did. I actually thought at the end of all of this, he would still sign a deal somehow and stay.
I thought Pochettino would. I mean, he still can, as Fabrizio said. There's still some hope.
No, you saw Olivia, you saw Alex, you saw all these guys what they're
You
saying.
saw Fero 17.
You want to show them what you're talking about?
Sure.
So basically, Feroz put a tweet out, and a very, very big name has endorsed it. Can you zoom in this year?
Can everyone see it or no?
You got to zoom in. Yeah. Tiny bit. That's it. Perfect. So if you guys know this guy, then you guys know, okay?
I love his cover picture.
Is he coming with Chelsea now?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is likes.
I would have loved it. I would have loved if he extended his contract, but if he wants to go, then nothing can be done. This one's gonna hurt if the rumors are true because he's a quality player. His contract should have been taken care of ages ago. Sorry, even before the new ownership, which makes this a lot more frustrating. But still, wish it got sorted in the last 12 months. Anyways, the grass isn't always green on the other side. Mata in Eden. Well, do you want to tell everyone who that guy is?
It's crazy how you liked it because I was referring to the whole contract situation. That's Rudiger's official consultant. That's the guy who got the Lucas Paquetá deal done. Like he got Paquetá to West Ham, and he's involved in a lot of like deals with the club and all.
Have you spoken to him recently? In general,
like 7 hours ago, bro.
What, just general chat or just like
general chat? General chat about potential signings.
We'll leave it there.
No, I mean like by potential signings, I don't mean like When I'm saying general chat, I'm not talking about, oh, this player's coming. It's about who we would want at the club, right? Just as a fan. Obviously, he has a lot of influence, but we didn't talk about like, oh, this player's going to join. I was just joking around saying, oh, we should get him, and he's just laughing it off and all, right?
Fair play, man.
Yeah.
Was he close with Mason Mount, by the way?
He's close with a lot of Cobham boys. Like a lot of, because if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't just represent players, but he also discusses stuff with the clubs. Like he had a whole thing with Liverpool as well. Like it's just like a whole crazy world.
Fair play, man. You gotta respect the grind, man.
Big ups for that.
Maybe one day we'll get him on the stream.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll come after things get cleared.
There you have it, folks. Guys, in the comments, let us know what you think, man. Mason Mount leaving Chelsea Football Club after how many years has he been here, actually? 7?
He joined when he was 6, right?
Oh.
That's crazy. He joined when he was 6 years old. Oh my days.
And now he's leaving. He's actually leaving, people. And you know what's crazy? I've got a colleague that supports Arsenal, and he's like, yeah, he'll be so happy if Arsenal sign Mason Mount. I'm thinking in my head, are you serious? Arsenal fans want him. United fans want him. It's a crazy, crazy situation, people. Chelsea fans want him and don't want him.
Bro, I addressed this recently, right? The whole issue with the whole Chelsea fan situation is 10 years ago when it was only JT as an academy player, everyone is like, oh, we need another academy player. We need another academy player. Then Lampard came in, got Tammy and all these other players involved, Fikayo, Money Mace, Reese. And then everything was looking good, you know? And then there was this one day where we scored like all the Cobham boys scored, right? Or should I say even the first 10 goals were by Cobham boys. It was like a beautiful feeling because it's like it felt like one of our own. Don't get me wrong, this whole stigma of like people going like, oh, English, blah, blah, blah. Nah. We just like homegrown play. It's cool. Like the bias will always kick in, which is why like people love JT and all, right? It's just one of those things where you gotta accept it. And it was good to see Mace, Reese, and all perform, us winning the Champions League. It was beautiful. But then we, because of this whole extremism of like, oh, Cobham boys, we had fans the other way going like, oh, people just love him because he is part of Cobham and he's not good, which is not the case. He is a good player. People are deluded if they don't think Mount is good. And if they talk about the last 12 months about Mount underperforming, they should talk about every single player at this club besides Thiago Silva. That's what frustrates me the most. All these guys,
Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo and Silva are the only ones who performed this who sort of performed this season. The rest, average or just not even average, way below average. Sorry. And the fact that these guys are just celebrating Mason is leaving, I cannot wait. I know like people go like you should not celebrate like one's downfall. I cannot wait till he actually does really well at another club where people appreciate him. Be like, there you go. They'll be like, oh look, another Mo Salah situation, another KDB situation. It's gonna be like the same story. Not to that level. But in terms of he'll still do a good job. He'll still do a decent job, and it'll hurt him playing and helping rivals, bro. But we got this upon ourselves, man. The fan base is just so ridiculous at times, bro.
Nice speech, man. Big up Serenov as well, man. And also, Andrew, the champ. I haven't seen him for like a year. What's the message to Flawless? What's the message to Flawless?
Oh, Sam didn't change it. Sorry. I was on a different stream. We were on Lewis.
What's the message to Flawless? I thought the message was to Flawless about Mount.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That's an example to people. When you're on StreamYard, remember what you've actually put on your message when you go into another stream. Feroz, how you doing? Feroz?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good to see you, bro. It's been a long time.
Too long. It's same with you, Sadiq. Too long.
Big up, man. How you been?
Yeah, good. I'm just 180 minutes left, bro. The season's then done. So you know what I mean? I've got 180 minutes to go, man. This is like the longest like dental appointment
season.
Ever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Just get take the tooth out. Let's go. Let's get this done. You know what I mean? It's like tomorrow. It's like I don't know if I'm even going to watch tomorrow.
Yes, that's what I'm
Seriously?
feeling, man.
Seriously, I don't know how anyone is doing a preview. If a Chelsea, I don't know how, because I don't know if any Chelsea content creator can really stomach doing a preview for this game tomorrow.
Did Lewis do it? Has Lewis done it?
Well, he was on with Sadiq. Sorry, say he done for us, but it's more about the Mount news than the actual,
Oh yeah.
They talked about the game because obviously they just need a point to confirm Champions League, don't they, for the next 2 games. So it's more riding on them. But it's like if we're really deep, it's probably going to be a draw again.
Yeah,
You know
last
what I mean? We draw all the time.
yeah.
I mean, it's just what it is. But it's one of those. Just I'm so glad Newcastle qualified last Monday, so our game doesn't have to be put on TV anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Wait, are we not on TV?
no, the game doesn't mean anything.
Oh my days!
It doesn't mean
Oh, my
anything. They qualify for the Champions League. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean
Oh
anything.
my days! That's crazy. There was like
Right.
7-8 tickets for this game
I-
tomorrow as well. No one wants
I
to go.
swear, if they even do that stupid thing where they go around the ground and clap the fans, I swear to God, they should not bother doing that because they might not like the response they get back. That's all from some of the fans. I'd implore everyone just to leave as soon as the final whistle goes. Just go.
Do you think Mason Mount will clap?
Is that XC expected claps? 'Cause he usually does that.
Expected clap.
He usually does. I think he'll be there. There was rumours he might be fit enough for the Man United game, but I've not seen that. But then again, Frank plays injured players all the time, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be there, and that might be his next club.
That's what I'm thinking. Tomorrow, like, it's crazy how
Fine.
like the news dropped
He
today.
can. What they could do is it's unofficial signing, so he just might as well do that. Think of the environment, not having to travel up and down. You might as well just do that there. Get it all done. Get the promotional stuff done. Then travel back.
Flipping hell.
It's just I don't understand this. But on a serious note, think what everyone has. Put aside what you feel about the player. Think about this as a club. If he's not going to sign, you have to sell him. You have to sell him. You cannot have him go. He is too important for the finances of this club. He's English, FFP, and you're going to get a good amount of money for a player that you didn't buy. So 55 million, whatever, 80 million. I think what I saw there 80, I think, and then we saw the other end, didn't we? We saw 55 and then we saw 85. There's obviously somewhere in the middle, anywhere between 65, 70, whether that's like it's like we did like 50 million, but then the add-ons are right. That's what the new thing in transfers now, isn't it? It's like this is a price, but then the add-ons, like we did with Mudryk, it was like 65 and the add-ons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's like that. I have no doubt that he will do well elsewhere.
I think he'll do well.
I think he's a good player.
Yep.
I think there's a ceiling on him.
No.
And I'm just thinking, like, everyone's thinking how Poch is going to set up, right? By the way, that's not been announced yet. He's been announced to manage a charity game. He's not been announced to manage us. So, but I saw what your message. You think it's going to be early week of June, right?
Early week of June, as soon
After
as the season's done.
yeah.
The Monday.
Yeah, that makes sense. But looking at it, if you think the way that Poch, if you think about the way that Poch usually likes to line up, it's a 4-2-3-1 system.
Yeah.
So everyone's talking about getting a partner for Enzo. You expect Enzo's going to be one of the two in the two there. So you need a partner for Enzo. Okay. So you're then thinking, we're linked to a striker, so he's not going to play there, obviously. We've got Nkunku coming in. Is Nkunku going to play wide? Is he going to play 10? Mount's not good at a 10. Where does he play then? Do you know what I'm saying? I know
He
it's a
fits the
squad
Arsenal
game.
play. He fits the
I
Arsenal
think
play.
the same thing.
I think this is
the
funny.
same
I think this
thing.
is funny. I think Arsenal fans are laughing now. I think he still ends up at Arsenal. He doesn't go to Man United.
Yeah.
I think he ends up at Arsenal.
I think, but the thing is, I think he suits Arsenal's tactics. I genuinely think he suits Arsenal.
I think the way they play in the two, he's more like a Xhaka type player than an actual like a sitter like Partey, because they might replace them both. Because there's rumours Partey was going to leave, so if they want to get Rice and Mount, they might play them in there.
Yeah. No, definitely. Everyone tuned in, man. Like the video, man. Serena,
Sorry for the wait, man. How are you?
Apologies, man.
Doing good, doing good. I was just watching the game while we were on stream, and we are still 1-1. Brighton versus Man City.
Oh, who scored first?
It was Phil Foden.
Oh, Haaland assist, right? People complaining
Yeah.
he wasn't passing to him or something.
Yeah, and for Brighton, Levy Colwill assisted.
Oh, bring it back. The next Mason Mount hype. Let's go.
Oh, geez, guys. Let's get off this Mount wagon. Like, if the player wants to leave, let him leave. Whatever
No,
is the
we,
situation, you are
we need to
getting.
keep Mount. We need to keep him.
No, hear me out on this, Sadiq. I kind of have grown out of this BS about we need to keep him or we need to sell him. You get a new boss who's paying your paycheck. You have a lousy season. Your boss is not going to be seeing how you did in your past. He's going to see what is in front of his eyes. Get that right. Like, if he was trying to give you a shitty deal, that's because of your shitty season. It's not, he doesn't have an ulterior motive against you. Face the facts. Just sign the extension and prove him wrong and then ask for another contract. But if you're not going to budge and if you're going to say, no, I'm not worth this, I'm worth more, then move on. But the fans are acting like kids these days. Maybe because they haven't worked in a place where they are actually rated based on their work on a year-to-year basis rather than what they have done so for 10 years in the organization. That's not how things work. Even if you work wonders for 10 years and if you have a bad year, you'd be getting a poor rating and you'd be getting less bonus and less wages. That's how things work in corporate world. Let's face it. And if you want to move on, let him move on. Why are we
Agreed.
just hanging on to someone who's not willing to move on?
I just think the easiest thing in the fan base is like this is like, oh, it's like De Bruyne, it's like this. Well, it's not. It's not like De Bruyne. De Bruyne played like 4 games for us, yeah. And we didn't know what he was going to turn out like. That's fine. That's that. In hindsight, that's a big mistake. But then we won 2 out of the next 3 titles. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, what do you want to take those back? Do you want to take those back? Fine. Okay. So then we keep De Bruyne, and we have no idea how De Bruyne would have turned out if he stayed with us. Do you know what I mean? We have no idea how Jose would have played him. Would he play him as one of the 2? Would he played him out wide, which he sometimes did? I don't know. But I just think that with De Bruyne, even at that, you could see that he was going to be something, or he showed traits of it. But he then elevated his game. We're talking about Mount as in terms of like he's like a 21-year-old. He's 24, right? He's 24. And he's had very good one season where his performances were great and his numbers weren't, and then had a good season where his numbers were great and his performances haven't been. Now, this season, he had a purple patch of 4 games. Yeah? I know he's been injured the last couple of months and stuff like that in that team, that's fine. But he has played a big chunk of this season. And unfortunately for him, the timing of the takeover and his contract and the way he's performing have all happened at once. I have no doubt if this under the old regime, they would have signed him up to a new contract. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. But timing is everything. And takeover, 2 years after his contract, and his performances have slid down. And it's not as if we haven't made offers to him as well. I think it's you're reading anywhere between 180, 200,000. I think that I think the money's the issue. Maybe the contract length. I also think it's the way the new contracts are now with how you're going to be paid if we're not in certain competitions as well. I think he wants a contract like the old contracts that can't be changed, like Kepa's contract and stuff like that, where they're still going to be paid no matter what. Yeah. And I think, listen, he's entitled to ask what he wants. I have no problem with what he's asking for. But obviously, the club doesn't value him like that. Once he would have signed, right? Reece signed, Bro has signed, stuff like that. And I just think we have seen bigger and better players leave us, and we've survived. Okay? Now, he's going to go on and do well elsewhere. I wish him all the best in the world. My issue is who do we get to replace players that leave? That's what it is. Are they quality enough? And I don't think Mason Mount, as much people like to write about how much Poch loves him and stuff like that. I don't know. See, Poch would have to surprise me to see how he play him next season, because I don't see how he gets into a Pochettino team the way it's built.
Could be the next Dele Alli.
Well, in terms of this, right? You're right, but I think he's got more of a level head on him. I don't think he'll be like Dele Alli at all. Seems like he's got his head on him now. Also, I don't think this has been discussed. I think image rights might be an issue as well with him.
Why?
I think image rights might be an issue in terms of what he earns and everything like that, because he's on a lot of adverts. You know what I mean? He's on a lot of products. That might be an issue as well. You know.
True. We never know the ins and outs. Alfred, apologies as well. I've not spoken to him in ages. How are you, man?
That's all right. I'm well. Thank you. I hope the same for you, lads. And I'm even more excited that in just a few days, this absolute golden shower fucking shit show of a season is over. And we can start finally being somewhat excited about what's going on at Chelsea again. And what makes it even better is that for me, even though it's very, very likely that Manchester United will finish in the top four, there's still a very, very slight chance that they won't, and we can have something to say about that as well. If we beat them, then they will be under massive pressure in their last game, and I would just love for them to choke in these last two games, because as everybody knows, and for those who don't, I hate Manchester United more than any club out there. So
what result do they need against Chelsea?
They just need a point from 2 games next.
Yeah.
Games. They need a point.
Yeah. If they get 1 point from the next 2 games, they
got us and Fulham at home, I think. So yeah.
I think they'll do against Fulham. I think the last 6 Premier League games against us have been draws. 4-1-1s, 2 0-0s.
Yeah. I think they'll get because they're not free scoring. You know what I mean? They're not scoring a lot of goals either. United, so
yeah, and they've got away with a lot.
Yeah.
I do think they'll get over the line, but I don't think it's as straightforward as a lot of people think. I mean, we might turn up and give them a half decent game, and if we do, we might get something out of it. And then, as I said, Premier League, you just never know, especially when you're under pressure and there's a lot of the line. They could choke in that last game if we beat them. So
yeah, no, definitely. Feroz, I think there was a story when you was a kid. If you weren't a Chelsea fan, you'd be a United fan, right?
That's like JT, right?
That is like JT. Like you and JT are close, and then you even spoke about Mount. Like you might follow Minerals and yourself to United as well with him, maybe.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this to Feroz, man? He's not.
He told me to say it before the stream.
He
told me to say it. He told me to say it.
No way, man. This guy's not been on for a while, and you throw him under the bus.
He's been on for the last 2 weeks.
What is this, man?
The disrespect.
Unbelievable. Disrespect, man. Disrespectful.
So love, people, man. So love.
Apparently, Johnny Morris was on Sky like 40 minutes ago, and he really went at it about Mason Mount.
What? In what way? Like what?
In the way that how can we let him leave and stuff, and he was about to swear or something and cuss, and they stopped him.
Why didn't I said it before? Why don't people get this? It's like that's why the contract negotiations. You meet, you offer something, you say yes or no. Is it you're gonna go back and they're not gonna? It sounds like they're not gonna go. They're not gonna move from what they offered. And Mason Mount's every right not to accept that. That's the whole point. Okay, so now you don't accept it. Now these stories are leaked. That possibly means, because we always got to remember, we have no idea how old these stories are when they're leaked, right? The information, stuff like that. We don't know if it's 2 days old, 10 days old, 2 weeks old, whatever it is. So now we're seeing this more and more and more stuff come out that he's definitely not going to sign, or it's very hard, stuff like that. And he's entitled to. You get one career. You know what I mean? He's entitled to think what he's done the last few years. He's very entitled to ask for parity of what others are doing, and I have no problem. My issue is no problem with what he asked for, and if he signs, he signs. You'd have to go, yeah, he's done. But obviously, the club or whoever's doing this in the club, and they've apparently all agreed, don't think he's worth what he's asking for.
Yeah.
Whether that's wages, length of contract, image rights, whatever.
I just wanna echo a few more things as well. If I'm not lagging, can you not hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alfred, sorry, I didn't get back to you on one of your questions or one of your comments that you made on Twitter group chat. You said something about Poch ain't even here. How we talking about transfers or something around those lines, right? And there's a very reliable report saying that everything's done with Poch. Chelsea are just being long with the announcement, and both parties are already talking about transfers. And this is from Fabrizio Romano.
Fair enough, I guess, but I don't know. Just, I don't want to be let down, basically, I guess, like until it happens. No, I don't want to hype myself up anymore because I get disappointed that way.
It's true, but usually you're positive.
Yeah, like with the whole, when Rafinha, it looked like he was really going to sign.
But we agreed a fee. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just we hear things and then we get excited. And I actually, a lot of people might disagree, but I really would not have wanted Rafinha at Chelsea. I think he might have been a very interesting player.
Alfred, you would. I think we'd all admit that there's no other news about Chelsea's manager apart from Poch. You know what I mean? There's no they're speaking with this guy or they're speaking with that guy. There's it's gone dark. You know what I mean? It's gone like there is nothing.
Yeah.
They've moved on. Chelsea media has moved on to transfers. They're not even talking about the manager. They're talking about this summer's departures and arrivals. They're not even talking about whether it's someone else or anything like that. It'd be the biggest U-turn in Chelsea managerial history, one of them, if they were to pop up and suddenly bloody Brendan Rodgers shows up or something. It wasn't Poch. It was Brendan Rodgers all along, like that. Rips off a Poch mask like that.
Yeah.
He's repeats himself like an old Scooby-Doo villain. But
yeah.
I think Poch is done. They'd be fools if they weren't already. If he's not part of it, even before he signed the contract or agreed to come, if they're not talking about transfers, even before he's announced, then that's just weird. Of course, you're talking about transfers. Who do you want? Who are going to bring in? Stuff like that. And it just happens. Poch is done. It's just like the message. It's just wait until the season's over, right? Get the season over with, man. Don't have anything Don't have anything from this season stain his announcement. Do you know what I mean? Just shop it.
Facts. I just want to say quickly, everyone, tuned in, like the video, man. Feroz Alfred also, and I want to hear Serrano as well on this one. I don't know if you guys have seen Lukaku's comments today.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Shameless. Horrible. I don't want
all the guys that said if he scored 20 goals or whatever, I'll forgive him. Shame on you. Shame on, bro. I get the positivity, but
mate, I don't want to use foul words, but I saw that and I was like totally pissed off.
Same. I was annoyed.
I wasn't surprised because I still think he is gonna be. It's more likely he's coming back just because of the fact of his ridiculous fee and his wages. I think he's just doing all this so Chelsea's demands go lower and he makes his move to Inter like a lot more easier. This is the only way to do it through the media. Otherwise, as I said, no club in the right mind would pay 40-50 million for him right now, plus his wages or half his wages, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes the most sense.
But
Yeah.
it's the way he's done it though. Like
I know,
it's-
but like it is what it is, right? It's like the least surprising thing with him now.
He's got no self-awareness, has he? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
he's that guy. He's that man.
He's
All I have heard was that the part how he said that he was good at Chelsea last season. That's all I saw. So have
Yeah,
I,
he was high, bro. He was high. Alfred, he is high.
how have I maybe missed some other stuff that he said? Because that's all I saw.
You have missed some other stuff, bro.
Oh, okay.
You missed out some big stuff, my friend.
All right.
Just quickly, soon enough. I would agree with that tweet, yeah, about the club have tried and tried and tried with Mason Mount, but it was the same thing with Rudiger. We made it seem like we tried at the end of everything, but it was too late.
Yeah, I agree, but the artwork was really good to be true.
but
I was just looking at the artwork. I didn't look at the words. I was just looking at the
Oh, I
artwork.
thought you were talking about the words. I thought you were talking about the words, bro. Fair enough.
they were trying. They had a big problem where we were under sanctions, so they couldn't really do anything really by the end. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. Whereas now it's like they've tried. You know, we'll get this. He said we'll get both sides going, trying to build. I tell you what. I tweeted this out today. Mason Mount's PR is world class and generational. Absolutely brilliant, right? And who he's linked to, who he gets linked to, is brilliant. Because I have no doubt in the next week we're going to see him linked to City again, or first time, and linked to either Bayern or Juventus. I have no doubt we're going to see that. His PR is on point. It's the best, one of the best PRs in English football.
I'm shocked he deactivated though. Kind of shocked about that.
What, the Twitter?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's this. People go, oh yeah, it's because of the abuse he gets, and no doubt about that. And I always think with people that abuse on Twitter, you can either mute them or block them, right? Stuff like that. I also think it's maybe the other side as well. People just pandering over and sending in weird messages, like the thing we had today, right? When it's a stalker or something like that with his
Yeah.
Like, he might get weird messages like that as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, no, I don't want that. You know, so it can be a bit of both. I think no one should abuse these guys. They're just footballers. You know what I mean? You know, you want to do it in the stands, do it in the stands like that, because then they're rarely gonna hear you. That's all. On Twitter, it's like, get a life, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely.
We
By
can
the way,
argue
guys-
with each other. We can argue with each other if we don't like them. Just not them. Stuff like that.
I'm on my phone
and
because my
don't
laptop.
do it to their families either. They got nothing to do with
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that as well. My battery died on my laptop, so I'm on my phone just quickly as well. But Feroz, man, ask a question, man, before we wrap up, bro.
Hey,
If Mace leaves, which seems the most likely scenario, and obviously Nkuku's coming in, who would be an ideal replacement for him for you guys? Madison, because he's getting relegated. I don't know.
Madison.
No, in terms of like a cheap replacement, someone who's going to be willing to be on the bench. Because as Andrew said, and as Andrew said, and as I said before, I don't think if he would have stayed, he would have started for us. As much as I love him.
Yeah. I don't
Gallagher.
know. I think Gallagher's going as well. You know.
Well, I hope so. We rejected 50 million a couple times.
45, something like that. Yeah.
No, but he wasn't going to accept Everton, right?
Yeah, because
but before that, Palace.
He wanted a big six club or something like that. Okay. Well, who to replace him? That's a good thing. You're right, because that was another thing I forgot to add as well. In like that attacking position, they're looking to get Felix on loan again as well. And you've got Mudryk and Madueke and Sterling. So where does he even fit in there? And they want to bring in a striker as well. So where does he even fit in there? So they replace.
Sadiq, I said Madison because of like Leicester relegation. He'd be super cheap. I don't know.
Bro, I don't. Feroz, can I be honest with you? Give Carney the minutes. Yeah. Give him. That's what he should be. That's what Frank should be doing now. But he's just start Carney the next. As soon as Bournemouth was done, we should have started Carney the entire matches.
I
That's
agree.
what we should have done. Should have started.
Lampard said he's protecting his job.
What
God.
God?
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
I cannot believe he said that. I cannot
What do you
believe he
mean?
said
What do you
that.
mean you've got no job after this? What do you mean you've got no job? You're an intern.
He must be doing it for his future CV, bro.
His future, he'd be lucky to get a pundit's job. His future at the moment, he's doing this. But I don't know. I think that I'd give Carney. I don't know what they're going to do with Santos, whether they can bring him back in the summer or not. Stuff like that. I honestly don't know. I think Caicedo. I think Caicedo will get done to us because I think Rice is going to Arsenal. So I think Caicedo will get done by us. I know there's been Ugarte links and anything like that, but I've got to be honest with you. I've not watched a lot of Ugarte, so I'm not going to give a thing about him. So I can't do it. I've seen a lot of Caicedo. Bro, I saw him play right back. Do you know what I mean? I've seen Caicedo play right back. So if we got any issues with Reece next season and Gusto is out as well, you can play
Still
him
got
there,
Aspie.
Oh, no. Listen, Aspie, you're a legend. You're a legend, bro. But you've got to go this summer, man. You've got, or you can't play. If you want to be part of the coaching staff, whatever. Go to the youth like that. Do that. But you cannot play anymore. This is like Ivanovic, but just longer because you stayed longer.
Yeah. It
That's
needs
the
to
only
end.
difference. Just go. You're a legend. You're a legend at this club forever. Absolute baller and legend. But go.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but I think they get the midfield they're targeting is like the defensive side. So whether that's going to be Caicedo and Lavia, I prefer them two. So like a bit of more power in that engine room, especially because of what's going to be up front. So I think the replacements are already there in Carney and Santos.
Hopefully. First, I didn't see the La Liga president apologize. I just saw it now.
Oh, he apologized?
He apologized 3 hours ago.
Oh, about time, man.
Hey guys, okay.
He's a disgrace.
Sorry to cut off. I just got one rumor, which I don't know if it is a rumor or news, but are we going for Keylor Navas?
There was something that came out today. I don't know if that's. I think that might be backup. I'm not 100% sure. But if you gave me a choice, you'd go ahead of Kepa and Mendy in goal. So even at 35, he'd still go there. I don't know. It might be a stopgap until, because I don't think we're going to get Onana.
That is true.
Bro, we need a new goalie, bro. Like,
Right, but the problem is, you saw the reports. Mendy wants like parity with Kepa. It's never going to happen. You're never going to pay two goalkeepers. That's what Man United did. Remember, they paid their goalkeepers extortionate amounts at the same time. There's no point. So Mendy's the easy one to get rid of this summer because Kepa's got 2 years left and no one's going to pay 170 grand for a week for him. And I don't think why would he go take a pay cut? What's the point? Just see out 2 years and then leave.
it's true. Very, very true.
So you could get Navas in as stopgap for 1 or 2 years or something like that. But remember the American kid's there. So what are you going to do with him? You're going to send him out loan? Do like the Courtois thing?
Colita said he's ready.
He's not ready.
He's not ready. He's not ready.
He's not ready. I'm sorry, he's not ready. 18-year-old.
He's not ready.
18-year-old goalkeeper is not ready at all.
Yeah.
That's because Carlito doesn't think a goalkeeper's position is that important.
That's another day, another argument, bro, about that one. Unlimited Dreamer, I apologize, bro, but I'm gonna wrap up, man. We started very early. I'll get you on tomorrow, bro, for the game, for the review. Come and join us when we go live after the game.
Haaland scored.
Is it?
God, man.
2-1.
Guys, do you remember when I used to do Haaland videos with Ferris?
Yeah.
Haaland, man.
Should we get Julian Alvarez? I mean, Haaland is making him obsolete.
Yeah,
No.
like he would join us, right? He would
I
join
love,
us.
how I love how he extended his contract as well, like 2 months ago.
Who, Alvarez?
Yeah, he extended it.
I mean,
then you
that
got-
doesn't stop us from trying, right?
Oh, they might not give it, actually. I think they're going to call a foul on Colwell. Yeah, I think he fouled Colwell, pulled his shirt.
Really?
Yeah, it's not given. Not given.
Oh,
1-0.
by the way, they said Brighton's goal was goal of the season contender.
No, goal of the season is that Gundogan one against Everton. That's goal of the season for me. But it was a good shot. And Cisso's another one. That I'm telling you, bro, we didn't get. Are we sure we got the proper Brighton scouts? Because I think they get the best ones for themselves. That kid's brilliant. He's 19. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just quickly as well.
1-0.
1-0. If anyone's wondering, Matt J. Wall is doing his jury service for 2 weeks. He got picked, unfortunately. So he is out of his job and also out of streaming for the time being. He'll be back soon. It's something he has to do, part of the UK rules, unfortunately. But listen, guys, we'll go live tomorrow after the United game if anyone's around. I don't think Froze will be around, but Alfred, Seranath, Unlimited, maybe a bit of Winter Surfer, but I know he's at the Terrace, I think. You're with
I'm on
Terry,
the
right?
Yeah, I'm on the terrace straight after. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry's one. Cool. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like the video. Thank you, Alfred. Apologies it wasn't that long. Seranath as well. Apologies it wasn't that long, but we'll be live
Yeah,
tomorrow.
apologies, guys, for talking a lot. Sorry.
Andrew, big up to you. And Feroz,
Yeah.
hopefully tomorrow, man. Peace.
Peace, everyone.
Peace.